Hi everyone, today I'll be teaching you how to wear your wig to look real as a very first timer. And you may not even be a first timer, but you really don't know how to do this. So this video is for you. So first off is our wig cap. I have this they call it the bald wig cap. It's very different from your regular wig cap. It's very light, very thin. You can see it, and you can see how it is on my scalp or on my head. The regular ones here will be a bit thicker, but to get the most out of this, it's best if you are able to drag it down and then cut this off. But that only works if you have to do like a full frontal installation and you're going to be using glue. But if you're not using glue, then just drag it up as I have done. So one thing that you would have to know when you are wearing a wig, be it closure, be it frontal, is that your edges need to be smooth, okay? So you can use this kind of brush or any brush at all to just smoothen your edges. Or you can use this cap to help you. When you drag it to your forehead, you pull it back a bit like this, and your edges is smooth. That's what you need. Now, when you buy a wig, a typical wig would look like this. So this place is slightly raised up, and you have your curves. This is a bounce wig, as you can tell. So let me show you what to do once you get the wig. So now you've gotten the wig. You most likely may not have a mannequin, and you bring it out of the bag. It's looking this way. It has this net. You can cut this net using a regular scissors, or you can use the zigzag scissors, right? I prefer to use the zigzag scissors. Sometimes you need a lot of patience. They're not as sharp as the regular scissors, so watch me. So now I want to cut this lace. Should be showing you. I want to cut this lace. I'm just going to, it's best advised to take out every hair strand. So you're going to need, sorry, excuse me. You're going to need a hot comb to just take off the strand out of where that net is. Make sure it's really hot so that you can take off those hair strands and you don't need to cut it off. Please, these things are dangerous. So if you have children at home, you have a child at home, you have people, be cautious because it can even hurt you. And then you go in with these scissors, and gradually you cut it this way. Like I said, it's not as sharp as your regular scissors, but it does give you the result you want at the end of the day. We don't always want it to be very straight, so we want it to have some kind of like zigzag motion. So this is the result. This is what you get at the end of the day. You want to close it, you want to cut it close enough to the strands, and you want to give a little space because you know your hairs or the closures will start falling off from that place. So we're done with this now. The next thing we do is to take care of this part. We want it to look like the color of our scalp, like a skin, right? That's why we're calling it realistic wig. So two things. You can either use your foundation, just the same brush you use to apply your foundation. You use it here, you take it, you touch your powder and you apply on it, or you use this, a lace tint. You shake it very well until you are able to see that color, and then you spray it around the lace. I made this. I have a video where I showed you exactly how I made this for myself. I don't have to buy it, but if you don't have it, feel free to go and buy it. So I'm just going to apply this a little because I really do not have that time to begin to sit and use a hand dryer. Use the hand dryer to dry off the lace tint you just sprayed on it. But if you are using a foundation, you don't need to go through this step. So because I applied little on it, you can see the color is changed. It's no longer white. I'm just going to go ahead to flatten this top area. The trick to having this super top flats, frontals or laid closures is two things: your wax stick and your hot comb. The wax stick is exactly what it is, a wax that, you know, keeps out the straightaway hairs, and then the hot comb helps you to flatten it. This wax stick. I've seen better days.
It's important to note that when you're applying wax stick, you don't have to put so much. A little goes a long way, but just make sure that your hot comb is really hot. That does the magic.
So you can wear gloves. Feel free to wear gloves when doing this, because sometimes it can be really scary. You don't want to hurt your hand. I totally understand. So if you've never heard it before, let me be the first to let you know. When it has to do with your bounce coils, please always use a white tooth comb to comb out your coils. Don't use a detangling brush. Don't use any other brush except a white tooth comb. Okay, so you're just going to go like so. This wig is obviously new. As you saw, I cut out the lace from it, so it doesn't need too much combing, just a little, and we're done. Now we're just going to go over to wear this wig. It has a band, so you can see that it has this adjustable band that can help keep your hair in place. Okay,
when you have to wear your wigs, make sure the band goes right under that your weaved hair. All right, it helps a lot.
So here we are, and I'm just going to look at the mirror to be sure I'm doing everything right. So at some point you realize that your wig is probably not centered and you want to center it. The best way to do it is not really to drag this place, but hold the cap itself and adjust. Okay, so you can see that hair still needs some work, and you can see that what we did, the foundation we applied or the lace tint we applied is clearly showing. You can see it's not white. So now when you wear it, you can clearly see that hair is a bit up. Just gently take your hot comb, please, with a mirror, okay, and continue to press it down.
In the course of your daily activities, you might need to straighten out your hair to just go out with a little comb that you can use for this. You do not have any business touching those coils at the bottoms. Just leave them alone and focus on the top, all right? So if you want to be a little bit extra, you can see the center part, that part where we had to spray either your lace tint or your foundation. You can just take your foundation brush, take small of your foundation and apply in that center. It's just going to make it more defined. But this is absolutely if you want it. But yeah, just, for extras.
Then another thing you should note is that in the process of sewing your wigs, some edges like this may show. It's something that is bound to happen, right? So always make sure that you style your wigs so that your closures cover up those areas. Okay, we're not showing you how to be a perfectionist here. Just look good enough and go out and come back and be yourself. Who's gonna know? Nobody. So yeah, and that's it. Ta-da! Cheers. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please, I beg you, subscribe. Why? Because it helps us to reach more people like you who would be needing this content. Share to your friends, post your comments. I'll be very happy to respond to whatever questions you have. Also like to let you know that if you want a wig like this, we have it. We have lots and lots of it. Okay, we're selling it, and if you are coming from YouTube, just use the code YouTube and you'll be getting a 10% discount off any wigs you want. Our courses are still available for you. Wig Revamp classes happens every month for 2 weeks and it's completely online, and you have access to it for as long as you have access to YouTube. Okay, then the Perma Hair Academy is for 100,000 naira. That fee is only guaranteed for this year. After this year, sincerely, we don't know what next year is going to hold for us. We're trying to restructure, trying to look into other things that we want to add based on the feedbacks we've gotten from past students. So we might still retain that fee, we might increase it, but I think that you should take the opportunity now, because the good thing about being a student of ours is even if there's an upgrade, you would still benefit from the upgrade. Trust me. Okay, so until next time, thank you so much, and I hope you learned from this video. If there's any other thing you would like to learn from me, let me know. Thank you. Bye.
Nobody does it better than Pama Beauty here, your fairy hair godmother. I revamp wigs and I can teach you all about it, from revamping straight to coily to pixie to colored, and products you can use to achieve your desired results. I can teach you protein infusion, keratin treatment, hair wig installation, plucking, just name it, hair coloring as well. I am also your coach when you want to start this business and you do not know where to begin. I am here for you. I also sell bougie, classy wigs for my business ladies and corporate women. I also sell hair products and I can formulate hair products for you as well. So what are we waiting for? Let's chat.